My fear is that in the end, what will break up the euro isn't the economics of it. It will be wholesale, violent, possibly even revolution that we see in the Mediterranean. And what I hate about this is that it's all so unnecessary. 5 countries, 5 of the 17, have now been bailed out. And you heard it here first, the next is Slovenia. Slovenia will be bailed out within the next 2 to 3 months, okay? You heard it here first. And given that the French, of course, now have a new president, who I think actually, in the modern day pantheon of idiots that are running countries around the world, I think Monsieur Hollande is absolutely the number one. His third act was to introduce a hate tax of 75% for any successful entrepreneur, and would the last one please leave the country immediately. This has become a religion. The idea that we must abolish the individual nation states, and you know, they've got a new flag, they've even got an anthem. You know, they've taken part of Beethoven's Fifth, and it's the anthem. And every 2 months in the European Parliament, they raise the flag and they play the anthem. Do you think I stand to attention? Do I hell? But they've sunk to this level because Merkel is terrified because she has an election coming up in September. So she has to show the German people she's tough, and stealing money is her means of doing so. And I repeat the advice I gave this morning. If you have investments, if you have money based with Eurozone banks, then my advice to you is get your money out of those banks in those jurisdictions as quickly as you can, because next, when the next phase of this disaster comes, they will come for you.
We're going to have a calamity in economics and political crisis. The economy worldwide, certainly in the States, I think is a lot weaker than they tell us. I believe that the unemployment rate in the United States is over 20%. Actually, you know, I think there's still some inflation with the dollar. Of course, the inflation could be defined as the increase of supply of money and credit, and everybody knows that they're printing $85 billion a month, and that could be considered inflation. But even if you had relatively stable prices, you still have inflation, and that's distortion. You have malinvestment, so you still have the built-in problems, and we have plenty. I would expect that there's going to be a lot more chaos yet to come, and it will not be limited to Europe. I think it'll be a worldwide phenomenon. The states won't escape it either, because this is so many gross distortions throughout the world because we disobeyed, you know, economic law. And you can't do that no matter what Bernanke tells you.
The present head of the central bank does not understand economics. He does not understand finance. He does not understand currencies. All he understands is printing money. His whole intellectual career has been devoted to the study of printing money. And as you know, we've given him the printing presses. And he has said, I will run the printing presses as fast as I have to. The man knows nothing else. In fact, I think I saw Ron questioning him on TV once.
You know, I asked him a simple little question, whether gold was money. And he says, no, it wasn't money.
I mean, I said, wait a minute. Did he really say, does he really think that? I was looking to see if he was lying or if he was just a fool. Well, he was under oath, so we presume he wasn't lying, at least knowingly.
You can't rule out economic laws and what money is all about that easily.
What happens next? So they've already been robbing people's purchasing power. Now they just said, you know what, we're going to skip the subtlety and we're going to go straight to direct confiscation.
I suspect that it won't happen that way in the U.S. They won't take our bank accounts. They will take our retirement accounts. They will take our 401ks. They will say, you've all been having such hard times earning money in your 401k. So what we're going to do is we're going to save you. We're going to give you government bonds, which are guaranteed, 30-year government bonds, and you will get 3%, and you give us your retirement assets.
Putting retirement accounts, putting IRAs in bonds?
I don't doubt it for a minute. They'll do what they think is necessary, and they'll use force, and they'll use intimidation, and they'll use guns, because you can't challenge the state. You can't challenge the state's so-called right to control the money. I don't doubt for a minute that they're quite capable, the people I know in Washington, of saying, well, you got to save the country, you can buy treasury bills from now on. So, no, I think that's very possible at that time when things get a lot rockier than they are now.